pitch black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
Yeah, just gonna test the audio levels. 1 second. Testing, testing. 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 Maybe just the, just gonna adjust the volume levels here. Testing, testing. Testing. Should be fine.
Across the sea, he shall appear.
Let's see how that sounds.
He does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him. The strength that would fulfill his wishes.
Testing.
When he is ready,
Testing.
he shall seek me out. And we shall brave together the rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create a purple wind. In the midst of the pitch-black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
See how that sounds. I think that's okay. I don't know. I might be a bit loud. It's hard to do it when you're doing it live. Okay, this is Shenmue 3. Yes, we've got this very student project title screen here. And I think it does go into some B-roll here. Yep. So I'll just have a quick look at this.
From a distant land in the east, from across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him. The strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready,
okay, so this was this is the trailer, the launch trailer, or an edited version of it at least.
The rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create a purple wind. In the midst of the pitch-black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
See how that sounds. Okay, I was... Alright, let's get on with this now. I just sorting out the audio and stuff, but hopefully that should be okay. "18 years of hurt." Actually, I am going to turn the volume up slightly. Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, you can have Japanese voices. Oh, I should be in this. Oh, I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah. Oh, wait. What? Oh, this has gone horribly wrong. I'm just going to check the audio again. Okay. So I think we'll start with the recap movie. As far as I can tell from the scanned information available online, this recap movie is maybe about 5 minutes long or so. Compared to the infamous 90-minute Shenmue the movie. Which was, wow, it goes to a cutscene even when... Wow. It kicks you back to that. Even when you're on the main menu. I mean, I could understand it doing it on the title screen, but this seems excessive. You stop for 20 seconds on the main menu and you're getting booted back to the start of the game again.
Yokosuka, 1986. Ryo Hazuki's fate is abruptly and irrevocably changed. When his father Iwao is murdered by a mysterious man named Londi, Ryo, young and inexperienced, is no match for him. Londi takes the dragon.
God, how many times have I seen that cutscene? It's like 20 times.
With his dying breath, Iwao imparts one last piece of wisdom to his son.
I feel like possibly when I got Shenmue initially, I don't think I had a VMU at that time. So definitely watch this opening cutscene out very, very many times.
Revenge against Londi. Ryo hunts for clues as to the whereabouts of his father's killer.
Which in those days is a pretty notorious story from the sort of PS1, PS2 era, is people not owning memory cards, because it's like, oh, I just want to... I just want to play a game. Buy a game. I'm not going to buy a... buy a memory card. But it's even more exaggerated on the Dreamcast, because the VMU, I think it was like £25, I want to say. It's a lot of money. So it was like,
Thanks to the Chen family, Ro manages to protect the mirror from Chai. He next decides to depart for Hong Kong in pursuit of Londi. More trouble, however, is already waiting for him before he leaves.
But that hefty price tag was more than justified by the chows and the Virtua Tennis, where the match was on the VMU.
But Ryo's heart is driven, and with his comrades to aid him, he is able to...
Poor Nozomi, she really gets yeah.
The waves lapping against his home shore tell Ryo he must now leave Japan to continue his
Yeah,
quest.
Nozomi trying to form an
Choosing a
emotional bond
difficult
with
path,
a man
Ryo Hazuki remains
has all the charisma
undeterred
of a
as his
cardboard
fate
box.
calls to him.
Never failed to be hilarious. In a heartbreaking way, of course. Hey, this is Shenmue 2, the weaker sequel. Don't let anyone
But in this
on the internet tell you
unfamiliar
differently.
land, who can
Shenmue 1 is better than Shenmue 2.
trust? When his money is stolen and he is left destitute, he turns to the kindness of a young woman named Joy. He finds himself wandering the streets of Wanchai to arrive at Monmo Temple.
I don't think it's ever explained why Joy,
who claims to know
like, who she is, really, is it?
whereabouts.
apart from that she's got Nozomi syndrome. Can't get enough of Ryo's electrifying personality.
Sensing in Ryo a thirst for bloody revenge, however, she refuses to talk.
Oh, that scene is a real low point for Ryo, isn't it? In fact, every interaction with her is a car crash.
Instead, she attempts to dampen the flames of his rage through
From
instruction, but her
Ryo
efforts prove
being
in
unable
vain
to
when
comprehend
Ryo
that a
uses
martial arts
the
master
main
can be a
blade.
woman, to her terrible voice acting, which even by Shenmue standards is terrible. Like, it's not even funny, it's just rubbish. To, I think he watches her sleep at one point, which is very funny. Yeah, they're sharing a room for some reason, I can't remember why. I think he's got nowhere to go, so he just, like, stays in her bedroom and just, like, watches her sleep from across the room. Very funny.
In service to Londi.
Probably not if you're Nozomi, probably not so funny.
Just manages to escape.
Iconic scene. In a way, I kind of saved Shenmue 2.
That he has made for Guilin. Parting from the warm company he found in Hong Kong, Ryo continues the pursuit alone.
Yeah, so this is much faster paced than Shenmue the movie. So Shenmue the movie was it's like an hour and a half. It's a compilation of all the cutscenes from the first game stuck together. And it was released... So it came out in cinemas in Japan around about the time when the game came out, or shortly afterwards, I believe. And then it got a release in the West. It came bundled with the Xbox port of Shenmue 2. Because I assume most people playing Shenmue 2 on the Xbox would not have played the original. So yeah, it came with my copy of Shenmue 2 on the Xbox. Although I also did have Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast, which only came out in Europe, and it only came out on the Dreamcast in Europe and Japan. Did not come out in North America. I think that was something to do with the Xbox port. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's basically Microsoft said. Or it's something to do with the exclusivity of Shenmue 2 on Xbox. Anyway, I feel like I have to keep moving on this menu so it doesn't boot me back to the start. Anyway, I just want to take a moment and just think about this. This is a pretty huge moment. Like, whatever happens with this game, I generally don't know if it's... I've avoided the internet talk about it for the last 2 days. I did see some very early impressions that were from fans of Shenmue that were very positive about it.
From across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him. The strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready, he shall seek me out. And we We shall brave together.
I mean,
the rocky
you don't want to be a
path.
kind of horrible like nerd thing or whatever,
This
but
encounter has
you
been
know,
my
it was.
destiny since
It is kind of
ancient
crazy that this
times.
game has come out, and
A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds
I'm
shall
excited.
obscure the heavens.
I just hope it doesn't embarrass. I just don't want it to embarrass itself. Basically, I'm totally. From the early impressions I read, it sounds like it's possibly doing what I want it to do,
A morning star shall glisten,
which is just
alone.
pretend the last 20 years of video games never happened. Basically, pretend the PlayStation 2 never won. This alternate reality where good video games are made instead of Tekken Tag Tournament or whatever that crap console had. Okay, so very excited. Just going to check the audio levels one more time before I Tekken Tag Tournament or whatever that. Yeah, audio levels sound good. But yeah, this is a huge moment. I'm very excited. I hope it's Shenmue, basically. I hope it's Shenmue. The first game is... It's in my top 5 games of all time, if not higher. It's, I think it's incredible. And I played it, it came out on PS4 last year, I played it. I played both Shenmue 1 and 2, and my opinion from back in the day was that Shenmue 1 was better than 2, and having replayed them both last year, I stand by that. And also, I think Shenmue 1's still a great game. Shenmue 2 has quite a few problems. Anyway, let's get into this. Yeah, I just hope it's Shenmue. Also, the tone of the stream is going to be way different from the usual stuff, because something like Shenmue deserves respect. I'm interested in it. I'm passionate about it. Whereas a game called something like Horizon Zero Dawn deserves no respect and deserves to be lampooned out of existence. So it should be different from the tone of the usual rubbish games that I'm playing. So probably not much talking. I'll be paying attention to it a lot, and yeah.
Dear Shenhua, my work is done. The Phoenix entrusted to our people is now complete. The time of destiny has come. Go with the one who holds the Phoenix, Shenhua, and find the proof. Yield yourself to the light and go together. I shall give you the family treasure, the Sword of 7 Stars. Think of the sword as a part of me, and keep it with you. I shall always watch over you.
What the?
Ryo,
Right. What is this?
Well, that's interesting. They're actually redoing the end of Shenmue 2, but in this new engine.
a dragon and a phoenix.
Just like the mirrors.
I wonder if
So
that's the
this is
same
what he
dialogue.
was working on. From a distant land in the east, from across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him. The strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready, he shall seek me out. and we shall brave together the rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create a purple wind.
The Phoenix
In the
Mirror.
midst of the pitch-black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
What is that poem?
It has been told in the village since long ago.
The one who holds the phoenix.
Yeah, it's interesting, Shenmue 2, you never actually get to go to that village that she keeps referring to. And I believe you go to it in this. That is risky. Recreating the ending of Shenmue 2 in Unreal Engine, because it leans into that territory of those YouTube videos where it's like Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine 5 or whatever, like fan-made recreations of like Mario 64 or something, with just like lens bloom everywhere. A bit like what we're saying right now.
We might find some clues about my father there. Let's go.
Sure.
Still got the same loading font there.
We have to get to the village.
Let's go. Do you have any idea where your father might have gone?
No, I don't.
Has this ever happened before?
With my father?
Yeah. Has he ever disappeared without telling you?
No, never.
I see.
Oh, groans
Are you
from the
certain
back for that.
That letter from the cave was...
It's his handwriting, without a doubt.
Getting some fan service in
Okay.
already.
Are you sure it
I
didn't
see.
contain any clues? Shenmue?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't care about the letter. I just
I understand.
Oh, the dialogue is brilliant already. Okay, they've nailed the dialogue, so that's good. Oh, this is gonna get destroyed in the reviews. I don't know, are reviews out for this already? I'm trying to avoid reading too much about it. I'm picturing Gamer Zone or whatever witnessing that cutscene and being thoroughly unimpressed. Okay. Oh, so there's tabs. How do I use it? Select tab. Oh, Nozomi is in there. Oh, 604. Oh my god, that's amazing actually. So at the end of Shenmue 1, Nozomi moves to Canada. And her phone number 604 is Vancouver area code. That's actually amazing. That's pretty amazing. I like how they've got X's, so you don't. If Nozomi's full number, if they didn't have the X's, I would definitely get that number. I'll be like, that is amazing. That's really cool. That's amazing attention to detail. Tom Johnson. So he moved back to the States at the end of Shenmue 1, so he has a 415 area code. Let's see what that is. Oh. San Francisco. That's good timing for him. So Shenmue 1 is set in 1986. So Tom Johnson, he was from the States, and then at the end of Shenmue 1 he was moving back to the States. So he's moved. So he's in San Francisco now. Well, that's got to be a good time to get to San Francisco, right? I hope he bought some property there, because imagine how much that would be worth now. He'll be in the money. So Joy has 852, presumably Hong Kong. 81. Oh, 81 must be the 81 is Japan's code, I guess. That Nozomi detail is incredible. That's really good. That reminds me of Shenmue 1, how people made such a big deal out of it was like each day in the game had the same weather as that day in real life in that area.
Guess I'll go after Shenhua.
So like November 21st, 1986, in that part of Japan, what the weather was what it was like in Shenmue. That is the attention to detail. D1. That's actually like amazing. I love that so much. Let's see what we can do with controls here. Touchpad doesn't do anything. Oh, it brings the clock up. Does help really need... Does the triangle button need to be taken up by help? Does an entire face button need to be dedicated to help? If you run while your health is in the yellow, your health will deplete quickly and you won't be able to run. I wonder if I've got that photo of Nozomi still. Oh yeah, there it is. On Fuxan, where's Fuxan? There he is. Ini-san represent. She can't have many years left at this point. Oh, do you reckon I can go to a phone box and phone Nozomi? Let's see. Oh, this one. The two guys who I don't think ever appear in the game. The two randoms. Oh, actually, no. Yellow Jacket guy. Isn't Yellow Jacket guy the guy in the back? He's the one that gives you his motorcycle, I think. Yeah, I think he's the one. When you set out to rescue Nozomi, he's the guy that gives you the motorbike, or lends you the motorbike. And some pictures from Shenmue 2. Not really that enthusiastic about that. Oh yeah, it's that guy at the pier trying to take photos. I wonder if that other guy in that photo is Landy's father. I wonder if that's thinking, because at the end of Shenmue 2 it emerges that Ryo's dad killed Landy's dad. So that'll be interesting to see. Oh yes, how can we forget that comedy moment in Shenmue 2? Where Ren always asks you to flip a coin to decide what to do, and you always lose, and it turns out that's why. Ingenious. Food. That's interesting. Because Rio never eats food. I feel like the capsules won't be as fun now that there's no Sega properties. Like, he can't get Sonic or whatever. Interesting. So the thing I was worried about with this game is it's like coming out in such a different place to the original Shenmue. So the original Shenmue was like the most expensive game ever made at that time. It was the best. Like when it came out, it was the best looking console game to have ever come out. And now it's like, it's a budget title now basically. It's like a small team, not much resources, so... I was worried how they're going to handle that, because obviously you're not expecting...
I'm going to lose sight of Shenhua. I'd better hurry.
You're not expecting Red Dead Redemption 2 or something out of this. Oh, Jesus, what the... I wasn't pressing anything! What was that about? He just suddenly started sprinting off. It looks not too bad. I mean, does have a little bit of the student project and Unreal Engine going on, but that's okay.
Hello, Liu.
Shenhua, who's this?
This is Liu. He saved me from drowning in the river. Did something happen?
A group of thugs tore through here 2 days ago.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, the kind we don't normally see around here.
Let's keep moving.
It is cute, they've kept the same loading screen.
What's the matter?
Oh, the same loading
Does
font.
the village usually have gatekeepers?
No, there's no need for them. Bailu is a very peaceful place.
Are you sure about that? Because they said some thugs came by.
Yes, but it sounds like they're not from around here.
Still, that's worrying.
Even for you?
Yeah.
I admit, I'm a little unsettled myself. The village feels different somehow.
I can imagine.
Let's ask around for some clues.
Let's go.
Oh, is that his new catchphrase? That's like the third time he said that.
Indeed, that's the Verdant Bridge.
That's what it's called.
Yes, it's been in Bailu for a while.
Oh.
Ahead?
Yes, everyone lives up ahead. Everyone lives around. Someone's bound to know something.
Brilliant.
Let's not waste another second.
I like these LA Noire interrogation scenes. Very good. Well, they're certainly nailing the Shenmue dialogue. That is for sure.
Guess
Capsule
I'll go
time.
after Shenhua.
Oh, come on! You're not going to let me buy any capsules? Is that... Is that native to China? To this area of China? will not let me walk up to the capsule machine.
Guess I'll go after Shenhua.
Come on. So the reason I heard that... So Shenmue's English voice acting is terrible, famously. Which is not unusual for games of that era. But I think the reason... I heard the reason for Shenmue's being especially bad was because usually they would... like Japanese developers would record English voiceovers in like the States or whatever. But apparently for Shenmue, for some reason... Oh, I like that. Fan service again. Apparently they're only getting... I think it was only in Tokyo, so only English-speaking voice actors that were based in Tokyo were used. So extremely small field to pick from.
I'm sure we'll find out more about your father.
Thanks. You investigate here, Leo. I'll try another settlement.
Okay, can I explore now? Can I buy capsules? Is that a phone box? Oh, there's no phone in there. So it's sprint. There we go. Gonna get me some capsules. Sports. Let's get the sports one.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah. No Virtua Fighter characters. Oh, that's got forklifts in it. I'll get that. Not capsule machines though. Oh, give me the forklift.
Huh?
Gacha machines. Let's use... Oh, it's not going to give me the forklift, is it?
This one is interesting. This is great.
There's no animation of him...
What's this?
It's the same one I got 3 times. There's no animation of him getting the thing.
A game can't hurt.
Oh, this one's cheaper. Ah, oh, what a terrible decision to go for the other one.
What's this?
Help wanted, part-time job start.
This is... Get rich quick? Are herbs really worth that much?
What?
Guess I'll take it.
Oh, is it free? Oh yeah, it's free.
This is... Guess I'll take it.
That's good, they're free. I think in Shenmue 2 you had to buy them, didn't you? Is that a camera or is that the Oh wait a minute. No.
Excuse me.
What is it?
I'm here to shop.
What do you need?
Okay, so drinks give you health now. It says health plus 60. And food does too. So Rio can eat in this game, which is not he has never eaten before. Oh, you can buy different clothes as well? That's pretty cool. Interesting. Oh, he's selling moves. 275, how much money do I have? 178. Shouldn't have bought all those toys.
What? You don't need anything?
I'll get it later.
Oops.
Excuse me.
What is it?
I hear I can earn some money here.
If you're chopping, I'm paying.
Chopping wood?
Yeah. Will you do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of fun.
Yes. Yeah.
He's just like rotating on an axis.
Oh. Good. Ah.
The Rocky music fades away.
Oops.
Why is he just like rotating?
That's it.
Is there a timer on this or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is.
That's it.
So one of the reasons why Shenmue 2 is worse than Shenmue 1, there's a lot of reasons. A minor one is that the jobs in Shenmue 2 are just so boring. Like, carrying those books around, carrying boxes. Like, forklifts were fun.
Yes. So close. Perfect.
This goes on way too long. It's just literally like 30 seconds. The issue with it is, when he picks up a log, I don't know where he's gonna...
Perfect.
Like what direction he's gonna be in, or where he's gonna be facing.
So close. Yes.
Very good. 40. I think I spent more than that on capsule toys.
No, I'm good.
Well, I ain't forcing you to do anything. The job will be waiting for you.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Splitting wood.
I'll buy a set of herbs from you if you've got them. You sure? All right. Just come back when you're ready.
Oh, I thought I could maybe sell the picture of Nozomi. Red Dead Redemption 2. Licorice. He was really interested in the name of the bridge, wasn't he? He was really into that. Let's check out this market up here.
Hey, bud, over here. You can't play unless you buy some tokens.
Okay.
Buy some tokens if you want to play.
Hi there.
Buy some tokens if you want to play. It's 10 you're on for 100 tokens. How many do you want?
Oh no.
Thank you. You can exchange tokens for prizes, so be sure to head to the prize exchange after. You can then take your prizes to the pawn shop and sell them. So more tokens means more money. Good luck out there.
Wait, what? I thought I was gonna get to play a game. So I remember when Shenmue 2 came out on Dreamcast, or it was coming out on Dreamcast. And because the Dreamcast was already, like, in the grave at that point. There was, for the Dreamcast version, there was no English dub, so it was all in Japanese. With subtitles. And I remember the Dreamcast magazines at the time were, like, dressing this up. It's like, oh, actually it's good because it makes it more authentic. As you wander around Hong Kong with everyone talking Japanese. Pretty funny.
Dice. How about a game of roll it on top?
Yeah.
Place your bet. How much will it be?
That's half my tokens. Oh.
My turn. Total of 7. This is a good round. Total of 9. Congratulations. Your luck is reliable. Will you keep playing?
God, no.
Maybe some other time.
See you then.
Oh, it's the things from Shenmue 2. What are they called again? Pachinko, is it? No, not Pachinko.
It's here too.
One, come on! All right, pick your platform.
It's here too. In which Ryo Hazuki discovers globalization.
What are you betting?
Oh boy, this brings back some memories, doesn't it? And not good ones. Oh dear.
You can't stop now. How about another? All right, pick your platform.
It's slightly more fun than Just rolling a dice.
What are you betting?
Oh, the more I think about it, the worse. The more I can't believe that people think Shenmue 2 is better than Shenmue 1. The bit of Shenmue 2 where you have to get like $500 or whatever. 500 Hong Kong dollars. It's... or whatever the amount is. It's horrific. And if you don't do the save scumming on the betting... So the way to do that section quickly is to go to like a high stakes betting table and save and then go all in or whatever. And then if you don't get it, reload and just repeat. But
What are you betting?
if you don't know how to do that, you're just doing stuff like this for like hours trying to scrape together enough money. Awful. Holy fuck.
You have a win coming up. I can feel it. Keep at it.
I don't think I can afford to keep doing this.
Not now.
Stop by again sometime.
I love that. They have this here too?
The only way to get rich quick in Bailu.
Turtle races, huh?
Hey, here to play? I recommend Bailu Village's own turtle racing. How much will you put down? Which turtle will it be?
That was maybe a mistake. There's no way the very first one is the one that's gonna win. This is must be a twist on duck racing from the original. The thing about that is, like, it's so obscure, that duck racing minigame. It's very obscure in Shenmue 2, but it was on the back of the box. The PS2 oh sorry, the PS4 and Xbox One. Oh, I meant to be wrestling, but I didn't know you meant to be doing that. I might have won if I actually knew that. But yeah, on the back of those boxes, they actually had duck racing on the back of the box. And I'm like, what percentage of people that play this game are gonna find that?
I'll come back.
Is that Dice Man? No, he just looks exactly the same.
You enjoy dice games? How about
Excuse me.
Huh? You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, wanna have a drink with me? It's going on your tab, laddie.
Seems like you've already had a few.
I'm just having a good time. I'm not drunk. Who said that?
Is that the first reference to alcohol in Shenmue since the bar scene in Shenmue 1?
Hey.
When the bartender is like, oh, we don't allow schoolboys in here.
Are you alright?
Ah, just a little too much to drink. That's all. Nothing another drink won't fix.
I need to go.
That was good.
Horses, laddie. This ain't no race. Come have a drink with me.
Shenmue is regularly a very funny game, but generally not intentionally. But that was quite funny.
Not right now.
Not a fan of the bottle, eh? Then how about playing a game? Me, I like flower, bird, wind, and moon.
Not now.
Good on you, laddie. If only I'd quit then. Damn it, why'd I get so carried away?
A lot of lines of dialogue recorded for that guy. Does he have any more?
Excuse me.
Just not feeling it today. Let's have a drink some other time. Whoa, boy. I'm starting to get dizzy. Maybe I had a little too much to drink.
I need to go.
Local time 2:25 p.m. That was a lot of dialogue for that guy.
Excuse me.
Just not feeling it. If only I...
Right.
Okay, well that's, you know, that's impressive. That's good.
Excuse me.
Hello there. Welcome. Care for some lucky hit? This is Circle 1.
Lucky hit, that's it.
No thanks.
I'd rather you play than talk. Circle 1 is so much fun.
What did I say it was called?
Not right now.
You're not going to play? I'm heartbroken.
Oh, pachinko, is it what I said? Pachinko is the national sport in Japan, or like the national obsession. Baffling. It is a bit baffling, but there you go. Like every other store is a pachinko place. I think that's what this did in Konomai, isn't it? Pachinko, I think. I think that's how Konomai make all their money now. And gyms as well for some reason. For some reason Konomai run like a nationwide chain of gyms in Japan. It's very strange. Anyway. Oh, you can just go around in first person. Huh, that's pretty cool.
Let's have a look around here first.
Who's left their tuk-tuk blocking the main route into town?
Hello? It seems nobody's home.
That's a Shenmue 1 reference. When you first get control, when you first leave Ryo's like house and head down the hill, and the first houses you go to, if you knock on the door, that's what he says. So I think all of them basically. He's just like, oh, nobody's home.
A game can't hurt.
So there we have Nozomi Ini-san, Ryo on the forklift. Chen? I think his name's Chen, isn't it? Master Chen, yeah, Master Chen. What's that in the bottom right corner? What's the bottom right one? I can't really make out what that's meant to be. Hopefully I get it so I can... That is cool. Cute. And she's even got flowers from the flower shop. It is cool, Rio. Not as cool as her having a Vancouver area code on her phone number. That was awesome. I really... that... Oh, I didn't want to trigger a cutscene. I wanted to go... I wanted to keep going around the village.
Pardon me. I'm not sure whether it... I'd maybe be happier if it didn't have the English on it. You could get away with it in the previous two games because... well, just about. I mean, in the first one... although I don't think in the first one they had that much English language signage, but... in Japan a lot of... it's pretty widespread, like dual language signs. I assume maybe back in the 80s that wasn't the case, but especially in major cities, most signs will be dual language, Japanese and English. But in rural China in the 1980s, oh, and the same in Shenmue 2, of course. Like, it made sense in Hong Kong because of Hong Kong's history, but. Yeah, I don't know. I maybe prefer... I'd like those signs maybe just to be in Chinese. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know. That could be kanji for all I know. I don't think it is, but... interesting. Okay, I think at this point I should try and eat some food, because it seems that he can eat food. So I've got an apple here.
so far that's maybe my biggest disappointment here, is there seems to be, I assume because of the low budget of this game, but they're skipping animations. Like, there's no animation for him eating. There's no animation for him getting toys out of the capsule machine, out of the gacha, when he's getting the gacha. Why's my health gone down?
Hey there.
Yeah?
Oh, the latest in the long line of Rio interacting with children.
Yep, Shenmue tells me that too.
To disastrous effect.
You know Shenmue?
She's my friend. Is she your friend too?
Oh, he knows a lot about friends.
Yeah, she is. Say,
What are
Mr.
friends?
Yun?
Friends are friends.
No.
The iconic dialogue from Shenmue 1, in which Rio and his father discuss friends.
Just like my daddy?
Your dad is a stonemason as well?
Yep.
Can I talk to him?
Uh-huh. He comes home at 7 at night.
He does. Okay, thanks.
No problem.
In this game, I'm not. There's gonna be none of this Shenmue 2 rubbish of skipping forward time. I'm gonna play it out. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's some Shenmue 2 nonsense that completely undermines the point of what Shenmue's all about. And anyone who prefers Shenmue 2 to Shenmue 1 is a fake fan. They should just stick to playing Call of Duty. Like, oh, it's so much more action-packed. No, mate. Shenmue is all about walking around slowly in like a small town. Just living the simple life. Can you open drawers? That's something I need to investigate in this game. Is the opening of drawers, which was such a central part of the original Shenmue.
Hey.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
What is it, dear?
I've got a question. Have you seen Mr. Yun?
I'm sorry, dear, but could you save that for later? This is no place for idle chit-chat.
The CCP are going to be listening in. What have you got here? Got some miniature footballs. Who's having a fry-up? It's 5:15. They're having breakfast. I need to work out how to open drawers. Oh, that is a good Dreamcast texture there. Oh, that's good. That is... that is amazing, actually. The spirit of the Dreamcast lives on in that texture. Amazing. The famous Chinese food sausages. Oh, there's another fry-up over here. Le baguette. Une baguette, s'il vous plaît. Oof. How do you say that in French? Oof. French for egg. We're not talking French here. We're talking I don't know Mandarin. This is a real place. This is a real place in China. This the Guilin region. It's a real area in China. Okay, this looks like a kind of fighting training area. One play. Gambling is such a huge part of this village's economy.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. How about a game of Lucky Hit? Come on, try it.
Not right now.
Oh, so you don't like Lucky Hit?
Mate, you have no idea. I fucking hate Lucky Hit. I spent like 50 hours of my life playing it in Shenmue 2. Okay, fine. Let's do this.
Excuse me.
Hey there, lad. How about a game?
Do you have a moment?
It costs 10 yuan to play. You open your wallet, or I shut my mouth.
Do you have a moment?
Want to give the game a try?
There's something I want to ask.
Can't a man make a living? You're not helping any.
Right. Pail toss?
Want to try pail toss? Thanks. Aim carefully.
This could be fun. Well, I definitely want the football. What a strange mechanic. Did I get it? I have no idea. Oh, I think that sound effect is telling me it's gone in the grass. Behind the pail. Oh, I thought I got the first one in.
Maybe some other time.
See you around then.
Yeah, this is kind of, at this point, you think how hard Shenmue 1 worked to build a believable world, and then here we just have an entire village of gambling. Speak to me.
Hi there.
Aha! Come to apprentice under me, have you?
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
Fear not, for I am the great Sudza Xiong. I can forge a formidable master out of the most hopeless of pupils. You stand before a Chuntai Cheer master.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Have you seen Mr. Yuan?
Do I look like I'd know anything about that?
Right.
Come by any time if you've got any burning questions about the great Chuntai Cheer.
Another time, perhaps.
The other thing about Nozomi having a 604 area code, it's not just a case like Googling that, being like, oh, yeah, we'll use that. It's also that's like appropriate to the time this is set. Because like they could have Googled it and seen that she had gone like, oh, 778 or 236, which are current Vancouver area codes, but were added later. So they've that is actually like really impressive. That's probably the highlight of the game for me so far. Like that's really.
Excuse me.
That for me, more than anything,
have you seen Mr. Yuan?
Encapsulates Shenmue really. That attention, that level of attention to
the
detail.
village square all that often.
I see.
Really impressive.
Hi there. I'm looking for Mr. Yuan.
Do I look like I'd know anything about that?
Right.
I have to say, I do not understand what's going on with my health.
I need help with something.
What do you want?
I'm looking for someone named Yuan.
What's your involvement in this?
I can't say.
I have nothing to say to a stranger.
Got a second?
I have nothing to say to a stranger.
Thanks anyway.
Yeah, I need to work on that that health situation. I don't really understand how that works.
Hi there.
Are you from Japan by chance?
Yes.
Japan may be a small island country, but I've heard that it has steep mountains with great streams.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Huh? You don't fish them?
Not really my thing.
I don't have time to waste with someone who doesn't even know.
He'll be smashing Toyotas by the end of the night.
Got a second?
What do you want?
I need help with something.
I have nothing to say to a stranger. I've got to eat first.
Okay then.
It's been a few years since one of those where the CCP like whips up some like nationalist anti-Japanese fever.
Do you have a moment?
Huh? What is it?
Just people flipping loads of Toyotas in the streets of Shanghai.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Mr. Yuan.
Leave me alone.
Okay. Excuse me. Do you know Mr. Yuan?
I haven't seen him lately.
I see.
That's cute that everyone sits down to dinner at 7. That's quite nice. It's the famous daily routines of Shenmue 1. Let me in, you bastard.
Pardon me.
Who's there?
May I talk to you for a moment?
What is it?
Oh, hi, mister.
You know this man?
He's my friend, Daddy.
You better come inside.
Well, get to it.
I haven't seen Yuan around. If you know anything, I'd... Huh? What happened?
Some thugs I'd never seen before showed up and wrecked my place.
Thugs, huh? Why would they do this?
It's me. They asked if I was a stonemason, so I said they just went crazy.
The anti-stonemason pogroms of
They were
1986.
definitely looking for something.
Oh, it's 1987 now, isn't it? Sorry, my mistake.
Well, they weren't from around here, that's for sure. There were 2 of them. One had a shaved head with a tattoo on it. Don't tell me. They went to Yuan's place too?
I don't know. Yuan was in the quarry when he disappeared.
You're kidding. Those thugs might have something to do with that too.
Maybe. I'll be sure to tell Shenhua.
Bye-bye, mister! Bye!
What is going on with my health? Am I gonna like die or something?
Maybe I should head back to Shenhua's house.
I have no idea where that is. What do you mean head back? As in, head back to the house you stayed in at the end of Shenmue 2 18 years ago, and I'm meant to remember. That's what he meant. Yeah, Shenhua's house is where he was staying at the very end of Shenmue 2. I'll just head 18 years later. I'll just head back there. How do I get the map again? No, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to be fast traveling and all this stuff. That goes against the spirit of these games. How do I... Okay, so I'm absolutely miles away from it. I wonder how it works. Presumably it's the same as in the previous games, where if you hit like 11 PM or whatever, and then you just get warped back. Is there someone in here now that the lights on? Those sausages have to be thoroughly cooked by now.
Excuse me. Have you seen the thugs that came to the village recently?
I'm sorry, dear, but could you save that for later? This is no place for idle chit-chat.
Excuse me.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, I'm getting sleepy. It's a shame I can't stay up like I used to.
I see. Do you have a moment?
Time for a drink.
Right.
That is disturbing. Those glassy eyes. What is the deal with my health? How does the health work? I'm gonna have to look this up. Oh, the help button has disappeared. Now I can't look up help. No, I just want...
Is anyone there? Looks like no one's home.
That's interesting, they've taken the American flag off his jacket. That's quite interesting, actually.
I've got no business here. I should head back.
Because I think there is Chinese money behind this game, actually. Yeah, there's some like bizarre, well, like cock media involved with it, which is just like insane. Oh, it does warp you back. Yeah, 1987. That was my mistake, because Shenmue opens in 1986, but obviously you go through like Christmas and into the New Year, so...
Have you learned anything new, Ryo?
Not about your father, no.
I see.
It seems that the thugs invaded Mr. Joe's home, though.
Joe, you mean Ling's house? They must have my father then.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions.
I'm going with you tomorrow.
What?
I can't stop thinking about these thugs. I want to know more.
All right then. We'll go together.
Good.
It's the same music for the Notebook. Yeah. This is nice. Let's see how this compares to Shenmue 2. I could be remembering it wrong, but I don't remember these rooms being here.
I'd better stay out.
And wasn't it like open, like the front of the building was open? I could be remembering it wrong, but I don't remember this, there being a room there, but... That's Bailey Village. Okay, so you can open the drawers, okay. I mean, it would be weird if you couldn't, because that's such a defining feature of Shenmue.
That's some serious facial hair.
I mean, I remember reading a review in Games Master of the Japanese import of the original Shenmue, and they were just like, you can open every drawer in the house! See if we can get any Sega Saturn games. God, this is gonna get slaughtered in the reviews. Oh my god, I'm just picturing like a modern gamer or whatever playing this. It's just gonna be like. Oh, there we go. The picture we know and love.
Where is this?
Where are you serious, Rio? Come on. You've never been the sharpest tool in the box, but even by your standards, that's pretty bad. Come, Rag. Apologies. I have already opened that drawer. I wonder... Oh, that's the other thing. There's going to be no... How do they handle like the arcade games and stuff now that it's not Sega anymore?
Is this Shenhua when she was little? That's probably Yuren in the back.
In the back, like standing next to her. In the back, that's for when it's like a crowd photo, not for when it's like two people. It's not how you describe the positioning of someone in a photo of two people.
A magazine. Do they sell them in the village?
That's the other thing I remember. In a sort of, they're like my uncle works in Nintendo style. I remember someone at school telling me that you could find, if there was a drawer in your house, that you could find your dad's porn magazines in. So I don't know, I don't know if that was like a widely known urban myth. I don't know if that's what that scene then was a reference to. That's funny, actually. I wonder if that actually is what that was a reference to. Because I thought that was just this random person, or this idiot in my school saying it, but maybe that was like a widespread urban myth. Like the nude Lara Croft cheat or whatever, that sort of thing. I'm glad this is in the game, but I suppose in hindsight, I don't know why I'm surprised, because like... The famous thing about the original Shenmue is that you could spend like 3 hours at the start just opening every drawer in your own house. Has Rio ever read a book? Doesn't look like a book, Aldrich. It's in Chinese! I wish you could zoom in more after you open the drawer. I wish you could like zoom in on the object. I think you could do that in the original. Could be wrong. I'm not a big fan of those glowing orange things. Pretty bad. They look pretty bad. Pretty cheap. That's, yeah, not a big fan of that. Like I want to just like zoom in on something, and like how it works in the old game. So you zoom in on like this table, and then it would zoom in, like into the object that you could interact with or whatever.
These are a stonemason's tools.
It is cute. They've kept that same, the like D-pad interface. It's quite sweet. So he at least takes his jacket off now. That's a change. He used to sleep in his jacket. Really impressed by the music so far. Like very Shenmue basically. I like it. I like what they've done with that. Like it's what you want. It's what you want from a Shenmue soundtrack. It's like ever since I've had a PS4, my like home screen theme it's the Shenmue theme. So it's like pictures of scenes from Shenmue and stuff, and like the Shenmue theme music. So like every time I boot the PS4 up, it's just like blaring Shenmue music. And I assume Sega owns that still.
Doubt I'd understand it anyway.
But like the music in the trailer and stuff is really good. Like the music here, like it's very in keeping with the game. I just wish I could go into more detail on the drawers, like really zoom in. And again, the lack of Sega. It's like I'm opening a drawer. I wish there was. I could have that thing where it's like, oh my god, there might be a Sega thing in here, like a Sega Saturn or a Sonic toy or something. But you know. You can't have both, basically. You either have this game or you don't.
Incense. It reminds me of the family altar at home.
That was more of a Nozomi thing, that altar, wasn't it? Ryo never really... I think the only time Ryo used it was because Nozomi told him to. Or like Nozomi showed up and was like using it. I could be wrong about that, but from memory I think Nozomi shows up and is like at the altar. Like in your house.
Designs for the Phoenix mirror.
Oh, that's
How
interesting.
is connected to my father and the mirror?
Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I was not expecting something like that in one of these drawers. Like, wow, that's insane.
Buddha statue, huh?
Buddha, huh? Ryo wasn't Buddhist, I don't think. I don't remember there being a Buddha statue on his altar. I think he's maybe Shinto, I think. Yeah, because there's the altar in the family home, but I don't remember it having a Buddha statue on it. I think he was, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Shinto. A variety of towels. This is good. This is so much more Shenmue 1 than Shenmue 2, which I'm delighted about. That's what I wanted. And which I thought it would be because of the lower budget. I mean, it makes sound like I hate Shenmue 2. I don't. Shenmue 2 is an amazing game, but it's the sequel to one of the greatest video games ever made, so it's tough to live up to. And the stuff I love about Shenmue 1, Shenmue 2, just by virtue of its setting, is not going to live up to that. Like, I love the small town setting of Shenmue 1. Like, it just nails that atmosphere so well. And to be fair, Shenmue 2 nails the atmosphere of Hong Kong without going into world traveler mode. Going to Hong Kong does make you appreciate Shenmue 2 a lot more, especially how they managed to, on a Dreamcast, like convey or just capture the atmosphere of that city. It actually made me appreciate Shenmue 2 a lot more than I did previously. Because previously I've like lived in small towns and stuff, so like Shenmue 1 you can kind of, you're like, oh, it gets the atmosphere of a small town so right. And that's like part of why I love Shenmue 1. Not because small towns are good, but just because of how well they get it across. But yeah, Shenmue 2, it does what it's trying to do very well, but what Shenmue 1 was doing was just a bit more interesting. Mainly because it's not a thing you see that much in video games. It's just like slow-paced small-town life. It's not something that comes up in video games very often. By virtue of it's quite boring and depressing. And it's kind of
It's time to go.
Good morning, Leon.
Good morning.
Did you get enough rest?
Yeah.
Leon. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like how she said yesterday that she was coming with him today, and he just tried to walk off without her. It was pretty funny. I mean, it's accidental though, as I was saying. Shenmue 1, that was never meant to be a whole game. Like, that was just meant to be like the prologue or whatever. And Shenmue 1 is basically just doing the RPG start village, essentially, is what it's doing. Like, the little town the hero starts off in before going on his big adventure. So it's sort of just like a quirk of, like,
your house,
release schedules and budgets that became a whole game to itself.
You're right.
Is there a reason for that?
The quarry could be one.
Sorry?
The quarry. It's a special one that even I'm not allowed to enter.
Ah. So, your house is there to protect it?
Yes, I believe so. Father didn't tell me anything about it, though.
I see. Do you know what the dragon and phoenix in the quarry were for?
No, I don't.
But your father carved them, right?
Yes, he must have. He wasn't alone, though.
What do you mean by that?
They must have taken generations to complete.
So, you think your grandfather worked on them too?
Yes, possibly even further back than that.
Have you heard any stories about them?
Not a single one. My father always said he'd tell me when I got older.
Then, how do you know it has so much history?
Well, everyone in the village has history.
The villagers?
Yes. Generations of stonemasons, hunters, and farmers have all lived here. The same goes for the cattle wranglers. They've been here for ages.
Ariatu!
Oh, yeah.
That's just how things work here.
God, this is gonna get destroyed in reviews. Oh dear. Let's play the Pale game again. It's funny though, it does look like how I remember the ending of Shenmue 2 looking on the Dreamcast. Like in my mind, this is what that looked like. But I played the re-releases last year, and that section of the game is probably, of the two games, that's the part that's probably aged the worst. This part of Shenmue 2. you can imagine it's just like the grass texture. It's just like a smear, like a brown, just like brown squares smeared as far as the screen can see, and like Colin McRae rally trees everywhere. But that section, that section was astonishing at the time. Because both Shenmue 1 and 2, up until that point, you spent two games, like countless hours in these urban environments, and then suddenly you were just in this. You go from Hong Kong, you go from like the center of Hong Kong to like this. Like, without wanting to harp on about something like Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a rubbish video game that got loads of praise, which is like the inverse of what's going to happen to this, but I played that game a year ago. I have no memory of the ending of that game. I couldn't even tell you what happens at the end. I've already forgotten. But the ending of Shenmue 2 is just like seared into my brain. From like 18 years ago. I think that's why most people say they prefer Shenmue 2 to Shenmue 1, because the ending, the final third of Shenmue 2 is just like, you have the Kowloon section, which is just like non-stop like drama and action, culminating in that fight scene on top of the skyscraper with Landy on and you see Landy for the first time since the very start of the first game, like on the helicopter. It's like mind-blowing, and then you go straight from that into something, this sort of region, which is just completely different, and it's just so memorable. But the game leading up to that, the first two-thirds are a bit dodgy.
That's right. This is Marshall Hall. It's been here for ages.
Marshall Hall.
Long ago, many great martial artists traveled here, from all over the world. But no one comes here nowadays.
Is that so?
Ryo, you should come here to practice when you have time.
Is that okay?
Of course. Our doors are open to everyone that comes here looking to master the martial arts.
Are you a new trainee?
Sorry?
You're Japanese.
You don't understand the language.
The people of Bailu village have trained here for centuries. It has history.
Did you say centuries?
Please don't talk to me about the history between Japan and China.
You would do well to train here if you have lost sight of the path. You can polish your techniques.
So, you'll let me train here?
Not only that, I'll let you prove yourself by fighting the monks here.
You're on.
A fight? Very well. Your first opponent shall be Red Tiger.
Oh, I'm very interested to see how the fighting system works in this game.
But do not underestimate him.
I'm going to be very interested to see this. Just that's the best explanation of a game I've ever seen. Just hit the square, the circle, triangle, square, cross buttons. Just hit the buttons. That's an amazing description. It's like the greatest tutorial ever seen in a video. Huh. It feels slower. Initial impression is that this is markedly worse than in the originals. It feels quite rigid. Yeah, it's quite like stiff. I'm not sure about that.
What say you? Will you join us?
Yes, absolutely.
Very well. What is your name?
That was amazing. Tutorial, just hit the buttons.
I shall have a name tag prepared for you. You will start from the lowest rank.
Rank?
Yes. You must fight and defeat someone above your rank in order to move up. You must train day in and day out to improve your kung fu.
I've seen that as a criticism most recently, Death Stranding, or like people will say Kojima's dialogue writing is so bad because he has to hammer points home. But I think that's just a cultural difference. Like you see that in Shenmue as well. Like I don't really watch anime. As far as I know, it's in anime too. Okay. And I was playing Judgment recently, and they're doing Judgment 2. I think it's just how you tell story, like how in Japan, it's just like how stories are told. Like someone will say something, and then the other character's like, "Huh?" or "What?" and then the other character says it again. Because I saw that coming out with Death Stranding, people were like, "Oh, Kojima just says the same thing twice all the time. Like, he just has to hammer the point home." I think that's just like how it works. It's just like a cultural difference there. It's similar, like when you watch a movie or whatever, how people talk in like in Hollywood movies. It's not how people talk in real life, but that's accepted as like that's how you tell a story or whatever. I was thinking about that with while I was playing Judgment, and the characters would do that, and then I was reading the criticism of Death Stranding. That it's like, oh, they just have to hammer every point home, like, just get on with it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, but is that it's maybe just it's a cultural difference.
I shouldn't keep Shenhua waiting.
Yeah, early impressions of the fighting there were not good, I have to say, actually. I feel like that's a very underrated part of the original Shenmue, is the fighting system, which even fans of the game rarely talk about. Like, fans of the game talk about like the attention to detail and especially in the original, how you like get to know everyone in the town and things like that. But yeah, the fighting system in the original, well, because that's how the game started off. It was a Virtua Fighter RPG, so it's like built on the Virtua Fighter engine, and it's really good. Like, there's a lot you can do with it. You can like learn new moves, train up moves. It's very fast and fluid.
It belongs to Uncle Tao.
Uncle Tao.
Like, it's good. That was not good though.
People
But
can
maybe
get
it just
anything
needs to
they
get
need
used to
from
it.
his shop.
I see.
Leo, did you pack anything to eat?
Why do you ask?
Well, you can't run on an empty stomach.
That's a very good point.
Be sure to keep a little something on hand in case you get hungry later. A lot of places in the village sell food too.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
That's going to be another interesting mechanic to keep an eye on, is the eating of the food mechanic, because that's brand new, isn't it? That was always the joke previously, was that Ryo never eats anything. Like, he drinks Coca-Cola if you're playing the Japanese version. No name cola if you're playing in the West. But he never eats. I think there's a few times where characters offer him food. Like, there's definitely a point where Tom offers him a hot dog. In fact, I think it's when Tom is about to leave. Tom's like, "Please, just let me give you this hot dog. Like, as your friend, like, just let me do this." And Rio's like, "Maybe later." Although, as they haven't bothered to do an animation of him actually eating the food, we still have not seen Ryo eat. Technically in 3 games. Yeah, that's one taboo crossed off. I suppose the final one is Ryo using the washroom. There was a bathroom in his house in the first game. squat toilet. Very continental.
Leo, this herb.
That's more of a Chinese thing though, the squat toilet.
It's
Japan's famous for its crazy toilets.
You can make Chinese medicine with it.
So, you can turn this into medicine, huh?
Not just this. There are lots of herbs growing in Bailu.
Where do they grow?
They're all over the place, but you have to really look for them.
Oh, really?
There should be special maps at Uncle Tao's shop.
Someone actually made maps?
Yes, if you find enough to make some medicine. Uncle Tao will buy them from you.
Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind.
And it is rubbish, like Westerner, like, oh, Unforeign is so crazy, but like, yeah, in Japan there are some toilet problems with like figuring out what button does what. It's strange how these like stereotypes sometimes do. There's a kernel of truth sometimes. But you have to be careful with that stuff, otherwise you're heading down the path of, wait, isn't Japan just crazy?
I would like to know, what's the tall tower just past the village square?
Yes, that's the bell tower.
What is it for?
We ring the bell if there's a fire in the mountains, or if something dangerous is encroaching on the village.
Is that why it's so tall?
It's the bell tower from Resident Evil 4.
It's also a useful landmark, because you can see it from anywhere in the village.
That's handy. So you can find your way back to the square if you head for the bell tower?
That's right.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
I want to go up the bell tower. This phone box is infuriating. It's like I want to phone Nozomi. Get down from there. So I've played about 2 hours of this now. Early impressions, I'm pleased so far. There are a few things I'm not too happy about. All these like stupid games everywhere. I think they've gone a bit overboard with that. It kind of makes the village a little bit unbelievable, which is not something I associate with Shenmue. That initial run of the fighting as well was not.
Maybe I'll talk to a few folks around here.
Not that great as well. I don't like. I mean, you have to bear in mind this game did not have a very big budget, but it would have been nice if maybe they could have animated him eating, or at least animate him getting the toy out of the gacha machine. That was in the originals. Like, at least have that animation in it. But those are overall quite minor quibbles. I mean, the fighting thing could turn out to be an issue. It's a bit early days to call that just yet, but overall, I really like the music. I really like how slow paced it is. I really like. They've totally nailed the Shenmue dialogue, like totally nailed that stuff. Like, it looks fine. Like, I think it looks about as good as you could hope it could. Like, it's not embarrassing. Like, yeah, some of the characters look funny and stuff, but then weird looking NPCs is, again, that's sort of a Shenmue thing, so I'm down with that. So yeah, so far so good. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. And yeah, apart from a couple of spoilers, there were sometimes people on forums would post a video, like a trailer or whatever, they'll be like, no spoilers in this, and I'd watch it, and there were a few spoilers in them.
I need help with something.
Huh? Mei Ling.
Oh, hi, Shenhua.
Were you a good girl
But overall,
today?
I don't know too much about where this goes,
Who's
so...
he, Shenhua?
This is Leo. He's a friend of mine.
Did you see the thugs that came to the village?
Mei Ling, did some scary-looking guys come by?
I don't know who it was, but someone was here last night.
Can you tell me more?
I heard a man's voice yelling. He was really loud. I got scared, so I hid under the covers. Next morning, I asked my mom and dad about what happened, but they said a kid like me doesn't have to worry about it.
Her voice acting is so much better than either of the adults in this situation.
Okay.
Maybe if you two ask Mom, she'll tell you.
Thanks a lot, Mei Ling.
That's embarrassing for those two.
Leo, let's go talk to Wang Wen.
Okay.
Or it could be like a Bart Simpson situation, where it's actually an adult, but I don't know. Her voice acting was actually pretty good. Oh, your health goes down fast. That actually is another thing I'm concerned about. I'm not sure about that. Like, I'm just walking around, like, why is my health going down? And it goes down at quite a rapid clip as well.
I need your help with something.
Can we ask you something?
Huh? Who's that guy, Shenhua?
This is Leo. He's a friend of mine.
I need your help with something. I'm looking for Wang Wen.
We want to talk to Mei Ling's mother.
She was just talking to my mom. They said they were going shopping.
Okay then.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I need your help with something. Is Wang Wen around?
She was just talking to my mom. They said they were going shopping.
Okay then. I need help with something.
No, not right now. Anyway, I have to practice my forms.
Please, Zhang Ping. It's important.
Oh, hi, Shenhua. Hey, mister. Who are you?
This is Leo. He's a friend of mine.
I need help with something. I'm looking for Wang Wen.
We want to talk to Mei Ling's mother.
She went toward the Vermin Bridge or something. Maybe she's shopping at Target.
At Target.
Oh, I see. Thanks a lot.
Nozomi, you won't be doing any shopping at Target. Now that Target Canada is RIP.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey kid. What do you want? Have you come to apprentice under me?
Oh, nothing.
You're a beginner, right? You have a name?
Ryo Hazuki.
Well, Ryo, it's your lucky day. Fear not, for I am the great Sudza Xiong. I can forge a formidable master out of the most hopeless of pupils. You stand before a Chuntai Cheer master.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
What? You don't think I've got what it takes?
That's not what I...
Then let me show you what I've got. Fight me, right now.
Oh, man. Look, I'm not opposed, but...
It's too late now, It was Ryo, right?
I have no health. Because this stupid health mechanic. Elbow assault. Let's see. What? Oh. Oh, that makes the Shenmue 2 cuties look like a piece of cake. What was that? Oh, I don't like those. I can't even see what it's telling me to do in those sections. Oh, I think it is. It's the same as the Shenmue 2 ones, isn't it? Which I could never do. The ones where you have to press them as it's doing it. Yeah, I can't do those. I couldn't do them in Shenmue 2 either. Yeah, I can't do it. And it's also not clear if I've done it successfully. What's the objective here? He doesn't have a health bar. Okay, so I failed everyone. Oh, that's interesting. There's some leveling up. It's unclear to me what I was meant to be doing there.
Thanks for that.
Well, how's it feel? Pretty nice to train with a master like me, isn't it?
Sure.
Come by anytime. I'm always up for a fight.
I need help with something.
Yeah? Oh, hi, Shenhua!
We want to talk to Mei Ling's mother.
She left.
Do you know where she is?
She's a Tauget.
Okay, thanks.
Are you and Shenhua leaving?
Just dropping by.
I want to go too!
Your father will worry if you're not here.
Okay.
See you later.
Or maybe he'll talk to me now that I've got Shenhua with me.
I need help with something.
I have nothing to say to a stranger.
Can I talk to you about something?
Shenhua! What's up?
This is Leo. He's a friend of mine.
For real?
I need help with something. I'm looking for Wang Wen.
I have nothing to say to a stranger.
Ming Yang.
What, Shenhua?
Did you see Wang Wen or not?
I saw her heading toward the Verdant Bridge.
Thanks, Ming Yang.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm just, you know.
Is anyone there? I guess nobody's home. Is anyone there? It seems nobody's home.
So yeah, my two big concerns right now are the health system and the fighting system. Apart from that, it's all good. That's interesting they have you paired with her so early as well. In fact, is this ever...
I should talk to more people around here.
Huh, I'm trying to think of another time we had a... AI character trailing around with you.
There's the sections in Shenmue 2 where, again, another terrible mechanic introduced in that game is that you can ask people to like walk you to your destination, and they just go like, oh, they're barely moving. It's so slow. I'm thinking of that. I mean, there's bits where you're with Ren, but those are mostly like QTE cutscenes. I don't think there's ever a bit where you're like walking around a town or whatever with Ren. Like this. And of course there's the end of Shenmue 2 where you're walking around with her, but this is very different to that. Like, it's nice. Like, the music's nice. It's a nice environment to be in. And like, there's no, so far, no like, touch wood. No like technical glitches or anything like that. Like, there's no slowdown that I can see. You know, loading times are fast. Technical side of things, surprisingly, seems quite strong.
Excuse me.
Huh? What is it? Hello, One. Shenhua! This is my friend, Yo.
Oh, really? Your friend?
I'm looking for some thugs. Have you seen any?
One. Did the thugs show up here?
That they did.
That they did.
My husband drove them off. He's really good to have around in times like these.
It's like Ocarina of Time, those the horrible like Shakespearean stuff.
What do they want?
Like,
that's what I'd like to know.
Dialogue in that
They
game.
kept hollering something about wanting to meet the stonemason. I was inside and didn't see anything. My husband told me about it after it was over.
I see.
Let's talk to Shiren, One's husband.
Good idea. Thanks again.
Thanks, One.
The IC seems a bit of a bit fan sub. See,
Hi there.
What is it, Ryo?
I'd like to talk to your husband.
Is he still working?
He's on watch duty at the Verdant Bridge this time of day.
I see.
Thanks, One.
next we'll be getting when the day that the snow turned to rain. That health. What's going on with the health? I don't get it. Do I have to continuously keep eating all the time? It looks like it. It cost me so much money. I barely got back any health. I'm just like walking around, used it all up. It's insane. That could become an issue. I'm a bit worried about that. I wonder if you could just go home and just like I suppose you could just sleep in the middle of the day and get it all back, so otherwise I'm going to lose all my money. And you don't get very much money for chopping wood, so...
Hello, Leo.
Da Tong.
What's with the two of you?
Is Wong Shiren around?
I'd like to talk to Shiren.
He left to patrol Long Weishan. It's up ahead. You'll see signs for it.
I see.
Yeah, the IC is getting a bit ridiculous now. It's too knowing. They know what they're doing.
Hello, Leo. Is Wong Shiren around?
He's gone out toward Long Weishan. Just follow the signs in that direction.
Got it. Thanks a lot.
But yeah, like just something to think about it for a second. It is insane that I'm playing Shenmue 3 right now. So when did Shenmue 2 come? Shenmue 2 came out in 2001. I was much younger. But like even playing that, even Shenmue 2 coming out, I remember was like even Shenmue getting Shenmue 2 was like, because the Dreamcast was dead. We felt lucky just to get Shenmue 2. So when because people talk about this like, oh, I've been waiting so long for this, or whatever. But like I remember just having Shenmue 2 alone was like, I feel grateful for this because like. The Dreamcast, despite being the best console ever made, was dead because
Excuse me.
morons.
What do you want?
Because of morons.
What are you two doing here?
There's something I want to ask. I'm looking for some thugs. Have you seen any?
Did you see 2 of them the other night?
Yeah, a big man with long hair, and a man with a shaved head and a spider tattoo.
A tattoo.
Tell me more.
They barged in during the middle of the night.
That's a big no-no in Japan, is having a
They kept
tattoo.
yelling this and that about a stonemason. I told them they had the wrong house and drove them off. Then I went right back to bed.
Without any exaggeration, like it's like having like the mark of the devil on you. It's insane.
Is there anybody else?
Do you know where they went after that?
That I don't know. But I do know that there were other witnesses. A man I met at the bar was talking about it. He was a bookie with a scar on his face.
Because there's a scene in the original Shenmue where you go to a tattoo parlor and it's just presented as like the most like
What kind of scar?
A big one.
terrifying like
We should talk to him, Leo.
Yes. Let's go find him.
crime laws like location, like just the darkest depths of humanity location, which I think probably goes over the head of most people that were playing it. But yeah, in Japan they do not like tattoos. Find the bookie with a facial scar. That is such a Shenmue 1 objective. That is so Shenmue 1. I love that.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Where's the bookie with a scar on his face?
I don't really remember much about him. I was pretty drunk at the time.
I see.
It does seem like there's nothing, like they live in Nowheresville, so they just get drunk. Seems to be a recurring theme. This has to be the path that you go down in Shenmue 2, isn't it? It doesn't look much better here, to be honest, but
I've got no business.
it is, isn't it? It actually is. But that you're running down with her. Huh, that's nice. That's a cute touch. Only looks marginally better than on the Dreamcast 18 years later, but that's fine. So there's a bar in this village. That'll be good to go to. I'm going to try and sleep to see if I can get my health back. You know what, that's not too shabby, is it? That's not too bad. And if you look at photos of this area, because I remember like reading, so Shenmue Dojo, which is like the biggest like Shenmue fan site, quite a lot of times people on there go to will visit like the locations from Shenmue. So the town in the first game is a real town in Japan. It's about an hour train from Tokyo. I was very tempted to go there myself, but could not. If I was there by myself, maybe I would have done that. But it's like a small town, about an hour outside Tokyo. And then there's obviously, so when I went to Hong Kong, and I went to Mamo Temple, which is in Shenmue 2, which in real life looks nothing like how it looks in Shenmue 2. But I did go to Mamo Temple. That was my little Shenmue pilgrimage. But you can also go to this area in China, which the mountains and stuff, it does look like that. But that's definitely the least visited of the Shenmue locations, just by virtue of it being, well, it's just like a rural area, right? It's not like going to Tokyo or something, or Hong Kong. Whoa. Attitude. And also China, I don't know. Depending on what passport you're holding, it can be tricky. Well, not tricky, but just like, might not feel that comfortable while you're there. Specifically if you have a Canadian passport.
I shouldn't go in without permission.
So if I sleep, it skips a day. So because I don't know about this game. So in the original Shenmue, is that the back door? So in the original Shenmue, you could get a bad ending if you took too long. Like the game couldn't go past a certain date. If memory serves me right, Landy just like shows up and just kills you. I think is how that works. Not, I mean, I've never got the bad ending just from like hearing about it and watching on YouTube or whatever. I don't know if that's the case in this game. Oh wait, no, it hasn't skipped today, has it? Oh, has it? Is that PM? Inventory being on R1 will
Oh, it is. Okay, so it has to skip today. Okay. So I don't know if that's the case in this game. If you can get a bad ending by
I've got no business here. I should head back.
Look how quickly your health goes down. I'm already losing health. I think this feature could get quite annoying, actually. Because what's it doing? It just punishes you for walking around. The whole point of Shenmue just to like slowly just mooch around. That bad ending in the original Shenmue, I distinctly remember it spelled that out in like the manual. It was like you need to finish the game before it hits whatever date. It was like a year basically. It was like you had to play like 365 days or something. It was just like you have to be you have to do it deliberately basically. Unless you get the famous forklift truck glitch. So there's a glitch when you work as a forklift truck driver, where I think on, I want to say it's day 3. So on day 3 of your employment there, if you take a certain route, or you don't, there's like a certain route you're meant to go, and if you don't do that, I think it gets stuck. Like you just loop the same in-game day, basically forever. That's nice. That looks good. I'm into that. That looks really nice. Yeah, so I guess if you just stuck doing the same workday over and over again. And amazingly enough, that glitch was in... It was still in the HD remasters or whatever that came out last year. It's still in those. Which is hilarious. It's like shows how little effort they put into those. So look how much health I'm going to lose just by walking to the village again. See, so that's my objectives underlined. But I wish it would not, it would stop underlining them once I've done them. So I've talked to Sharon, but it's still underlined, saying that I should go and talk to him. That's a UI quirk I would maybe want to change. Yeah, those HD remasters, they just were the bare minimum, basically.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
What's interesting about those was that those were originally
Maybe I'll give it a shot.
planned to be full-scale, like, remakes, basically, like, completely redone. To basically just look like a modern game, and like the Blue Point remake of Shadow of the Colossus, basically, that sort of thing. And then predictably Sega pulled the plug on that because it was going to cost too much money. But there's a few videos floating around showing like early... How is this meant to work? Showing like early videos of that and stuff.
pretty cool. To be honest, I'm like happy with what they did. Like, I just wanted to, especially for the first game, because the first game, because Shenmue 2 you could get it on the Xbox, and I believe that's playable on the 360 and Xbox One. But for the first game, it's good that just to make, because previously it's only on Dreamcast, so just to
keep going?
Have it playable on modern formats. Like, I was happy enough with that. I mean, ideally you would have both. Because even if they had done like a full-scale remake, however good it was, it would still be like, oh, I wouldn't mind having the option to play the original. Unless they could have bundled the original in with it, I suppose. Like with the Halo 1 remake, but... This is quite a fun minigame, actually. I quite like this one. Especially it doesn't cost me any money to do it. I don't know what this is contributing, but... It's interesting these RPG like elements they've introduced to it. This like leveling up and stuff. I mean, that was in the originals to a degree. In that if you practiced, it would upgrade your abilities, or like improve your abilities, but it wasn't so like...
Maybe later.
Just RPG upgrading like that is, but... It's interesting. We'll see how that develops.
Pardon me.
Ah, young Hazuki. Have you come to train?
Actually, I just have a question.
A martial artist has no need for small talk. Only for training.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Even gems require polish. Keep training.
I understand.
I thought I could fight it. It's very cool, you can go around in first person. But I was not expecting that. I'm just annoyed about this health thing. Look at my health going down again. That's really winding me up a bit. Freaking licorice. Can't get enough of that. The Buddha? The Twitter account of the guy who does Ryozuki's voice is pretty interesting. I don't think he's had any other roles. I don't know what he's been doing for the last 18 years. But, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's bad, but at this point, it's just so integral to the game that you have to have it. You gotta have the meme, the sailors meme.
Hello, Leo.
Ah, Ryo. Did you find Shuren?
Yes.
Boy, do I wish those thugs would show up. I'd love to make them suffer with my own 2 hands.
I see. Hello, Leo.
What's up? You want to help out? Well, I appreciate the sentiment.
Okay, then. Hello, Leo.
What's up? You want to help out? I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard work.
I see.
Doesn't look like it. Ah, the health, the health, the health. What is that about? I don't know how I can afford to keep my health up. That is, I could do without that mechanic, I think. Damn, thinking back to all the joking back in the day about how Rio doesn't eat, and now, oh boy, now he has to eat every 2 seconds. I want to get up the Resident Evil 4 bell tower, let me up there. Death Stranding.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Do you know a bookie with a scar on his face?
I don't like to associate with people like that.
She seems a bit too fancy for this village.
I understand.
I was thrilled when my no-good husband finally found work, only to see him blow his earnings on nonsense. If only he were more like Jiang. He lets his wife put his winnings back into the shop.
I see.
Maybe it wouldn't hurt to talk to him. I'm sure he knows something about this bookie you're after.
Got it.
She's a bit Tory for this village, isn't she? Although I guess it's a rural area, it'll be voting Conservative. Oh wait, no, what's the Japanese equivalent? LDP, Liberal Democratic Party. Oh wait, we're not even Japan. There's no voting here. Full on socialism, baby. Techno autocratic nightmare. Well, this predates that, of course. Predates Apple helping out with insane techno surveillance state that is all of our futures.
People around here.
A sneak preview of what our future is.
Let's have a look around here first.
So I love that. What's the most recent Western scare story about China? The credit score or whatever it is? No, the thing where it's like... I can't remember what the official name is, but it's like... the government... It's like a sort of ranking score. So it's like, oh, if you go to the liquor store too much, your social ranking goes down. It's all like based on your purchase history and things like that.
or if you like buy too many cigarettes, your social ranking goes down. I'm like, that's existed in the West for like 40 years. It's called a credit card.
Looks like no one's home.
I mean, not to say that it's not very concerning what's going on in China, but sometimes you do roll your eyes a bit at the media coverage.
Is anyone there? It seems nobody's home.
No, actually, the latest one is that China's government's making its own digital currency, which A, isn't that how currency's always worked, and then B, that already exists in China basically. Like everyone.
Let's have a look around here first.
If you don't have WeChat, you can't like buy anything basically. There's very increasingly small number of outlets that accept cash.
I should talk to more.
If you don't use
around
WeChat,
here.
like you literally can't exist. I guess I should buy loads of food because apparently my health is going to go down insanely. So I've just spent all my money on cabbages. I don't even have any sand to replenish my funds, like back in the old days.
I need help with something.
Yeah?
I'm looking for a man with a big scar on his face.
Oh, I saw him. He was playing a game over there.
Okay, thanks. Excuse me.
Hey there, lad. How about a game?
A scarred face. This must be the guy.
Huh? You say something?
There's something I want to ask.
So what? You're not here to play?
I'm looking for someone who's seen those thugs.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Where can I find him?
I'll tell you after we play.
Okay.
Lately, I'm not as good as I used to be. Why don't we let our throws do the talking?
A challenge, huh?
Yeah. Beat me and I'll tell you. How about it?
Oh. That is so funny that that's the tutorial for the battle system. Just hit the buttons. That's amazing. Okay, L2 is block. That's useful to know. That is very funny. Try pressing the R2 button. Oh,
let's do this.
Oh, it's so sluggish. Oh, this is much worse. This is a significant downgrade from the first two games. And we hammered as well. Oh dear. Could be in trouble here. Because this fighting system is bad.
Too bad, kiddo. Yeah, Kung Fu's a little lacking.
I love how Rio...
Train at Marshall Hall and we'll start over.
Right, Marshall Hall.
Oh, are you meant to lose that? I'm gonna like big myself. Oh no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah?
How do I get to Marshall Hall?
Maybe you meant to lose that fight.
I know. It's at the vantage point.
Oh, really? Thanks.
I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt then and say, you meant to lose that fight, man. It's not your fault. Look how quickly your health goes down if you sprint. What happens if you run out of health?
If I don't eat.
Okay, so if you're in the green, does sprinting bring your health down? Just gonna keep telling myself you're meant to lose that fight. It's like Seath. Your first meeting with Seath in Dark Souls, you lose. It's a scripted death. Yeah, it must be scripted. Yeah, okay, phew. I was gonna say that seemed really hard.
Shan Sun. What's a bookie's name doing on one of these cards?
Shren Shen Sun. Shen Sun was another who traveled a great distance to train here.
The bookie who runs the Pale Toss game?
Indeed. He even earned the rank of Second Dwan at Marshall Hall. I don't know where he went wrong, but he's been reduced to a lowly, ruined bookie now.
I had no idea.
Sadly, his passion and drive left him.
Excuse me.
Here to train? Have you come to spar, or fight one of the monks? Which will it be?
Yeah, I'm getting increasingly unenthusiastic about this battle system.
Come back anytime. I'll be waiting.
Excuse me.
Here to train? Have you come to spar, or fight one of the monks? Which will it be?
I wish they didn't change the health system, and I wish they didn't change the battle system.
Very well. At your level, Red Tiger should be a good match.
Although it could just be an engine thing, because obviously the fighting system in the original games was built on the Virtua Fighter engine, so I assume that you don't have access to that, so it's just... it doesn't feel good though. It's like playing Google Stadia. I press the button and the action happens like 2 seconds later. And also it keeps changing, like sometimes square is kick, sometimes it's punch. I don't know, maybe it'll grow me. We'll see. Yeah, I mean it could have depth and stuff. Just that's my initial, just giving my initial impressions of it. Get down, buddy. Football to the groin.
Yes, well done.
Thanks, mate.
That's enough to raise your rank.
Thank you.
Do not get complacent. You must aim ever higher.
Okay, I have to call it a day at this point. How do I save? Train with a wooden dummy. I'll just go back to the bed.
I've got to eat something.
Yes, this is an issue here, this health. Oh, it's coming back though now. Oh, I see. Okay, so when it's in the yellow, if you sprint, it'll go down. But it will recover. Okay, I see that. I don't know. This still seems like an unnecessary change to me. I don't really see what this adds right now. But time will tell. I'm still very early into the game.
I better eat something before I fall over.
Okay. Okay, well that is a good start. Yeah, it's crazy. I've just played Shenmue 3 for a good couple of hours. And overall, I'm pretty pleased. It's not a total embarrassment, which is the main thing. Yeah, it's got the slow pace, the cheesy dialogue, the attention to detail. Yeah, just a few doubts right now about the health and the fighting systems. We'll see how those play out, but overall, cautiously optimistic. A good start. Yeah, good stuff. I'll be playing more tomorrow.